Hey everyone, welcome back to the Therapy Minute. Shira Davis, licensed clinical social worker here, and we are going to continue on our theme of discussing different techniques and tools that we can utilize for anxiety. Okay, so we spoke about depersonalizing the anxiety, we spoke about the stop technique, and today we're going to talk about two techniques that you can use, particularly with children, also with adults, but definitely with children, that are really effective for helping kind of tame the anxiety. Before we get into those two techniques today, I want to remind you all to please like, subscribe, and share with anybody that you think that this can be helpful for, because the goal is we want to help as many people as possible. So you know somebody that you think would be interested and would learn from this, and go ahead and share with them. All right, so today we are going to talk about the concept of worry time, okay? Scheduling, penciling in a worry time. Now, the way anxiety tends to work is that it's kind of like a plant or a tree. The more you feed it, the more it's going to grow. The more you give it sunshine and rain, water, and food and great soil, right? It's going to grow and it's going to flourish and it's going to be amazing. The more attention and care you give to it, the more it's going to grow and grow and grow. That is exactly what happens with our anxiety. Again, not our anxiety, right? That's exactly what happens with anxiety. So whenever we are having an anxious thought, the goal of the anxiety is to grab our attention, make us give it everything that we have so that it will grow and flourish and get bigger and bigger and bigger, kind of turn into a worry tree, right? So when we have those thoughts that are anxious, we need to not give it tons of attention, and we have to figure out a way how to discard it, right? Like we did with the stop technique. So another technique that's great for kids as well as adults is called the worry time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to pick and set aside a time every single day, exactly the same time. This is going to be your worry time. This is going to be a time where you get to sit down. You're going to pick a special place that's comforting and relaxing to you. And you're going to sit for 15 minutes and you're going to get to talk about your worries as much as you want. You're going to think about them as much as you want. You know, if you're an adult, if you're a kid, this is the time to sit down with your parents and to talk them out. When kids, you know, have anxious thoughts, they tend to talk tons about it, right? They want to tell their parent, their friend about all the anxious thoughts that they're having. And we as parents, we can't let that anxiety grow. We can't let it flourish. So we have to work with our kids and say, ooh, sounds like you're having an anxious thought right now. Let's save that for the worry time, because we can't make it grow, okay? So if you're doing this with your kid, you're going to come up with a time, let's say every day at, I don't know, 6:30. It's going to be your worry time. I'm going to sit down with you. You know, a parent is going to sit with the kid and they've got 15 minutes where they can say whatever they want. They can talk about everything that they're worried about. And you're going to listen to them. You're going to try to help them with it. They're going to come up with solutions, right? So we got 15 minutes for them to focus on their anxiety. If you're doing it as an adult, you got 15 minutes to sit and ponder and wonder and go over in your head all the anxiety that you have. And then after that 15 minutes, you're done. So anytime throughout the day that an anxious thought pops into our head, we're going to tell ourselves, it's not our worry time. Stop technique, right? We're going to acknowledge it, we're going to validate, and we're going to put it aside. So we're going to put it aside, and we can put it aside to the worry time. Now, as we do this more, you're going to find that when the worry time comes, you're not even going to remember all the things that you thought you needed to worry about. And they're going to seem small and insignificant, and you're not even going to need to go over it. It is important for kids, though, as that progression is happening and the worry time, there's not so much to talk about. Still, it's a valuable time. Take that time with your kids and sit and talk to them about whatever they want to talk about. Okay? So you'll see that the worry time will be less and less intense. There'll be less and less thoughts that you need to go over in that worry time. Now, something that can really help kids, because when the kid is having that thought throughout the day, it's really hard to just put it aside and tell themselves, oh, I'll just think about it at the worry time, because kids have a hard time doing the stop technique, right? So what works for the kids is to have a worry box. This is something that they're going to imagine. They're going to create inside their head this indestructible box, okay? And every time that an anxious thought pops into their head, they're going to say, okay, I'm going to deal with this in worry time. But for now, I'm going to visualize this worry, and I'm going to visualize putting it inside the worry box and locking it up super tight with chains and locks and codes and, whatever they want to lock that secure worry box up. And they're going to lock it up in the box, and they're going to take it out when it's time for worry time. Okay. So this is a visualization tip for kids. They're going to visualize exactly what they want that worry box to look like, how they want to lock it up, chains, lock and key, combination, code, whatever they want. And then every time that an anxious thought pops into their head, they're going to tell themselves, I'm going to visualize putting it in the worry box, and I'm going to deal with it at the worry time. And as a parent, kid comes up to you outside of worry time with anxious thoughts, we're going to tell them, oof, it sounds like you're having an anxious thought right now. I want you to put it in your worry box, and we're going to talk about it in worry time. Okay, guys, those are the 2 techniques for today. Tune in next time. We're going to talk about more techniques and things that help with anxiety. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Take care. Bye.